Hello children. In our previous classes, we discussed about the autotrophic nutrition, photosynthesis, dark reaction, light reaction, and the products which are releasing from the photosynthesis. Now we discussed about the heterotrophic nutrition. How do organisms obtain their nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition. Some organisms break down food materials outside of the body and then absorb it. Example for this saprophytic nutrition is mold and yeast. See the children first picture in this slide. Mushrooms, molds, yeast like organisms obtain their food from the dead particles, but they absorb the nutrients, digested nutrients into their body. Next one, heterotrophic nutrition is parasitic nutrition. Some other organisms derive nutrition from plants and animals without killing them. Example for this cuscuta, lice, leech and tapeworm. In the slide you may observe second and third diagrams. Those are lice and third picture is tapeworm. Taking the food from the living organisms, this type of nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. And the third one, heterotrophic nutrition type is other organisms take in whole material and break down inside their bodies. First and second type nutrition are digested food taking into body. Third one is taking the food material into the body and break down and digested the food and getting the nutrients after digestion. For this example is upper grade animals like all animals, humans, goat, from unicellular amoeba to and like man. Amoeba nutrition. Pseudopodia like finger-like projection coming out of the body and surrounded the food particle forms the vacuole. Take that vacuole into the body. That vacuole has digesting enzymes. Then the digested nutrients taking into the cytoplasm. Other undigested food goes outside of the plasma membrane, from the plasma membrane. Paramecium. Food is moved by the movement of cilia, which covers the entire surface of the cell where the food is ingested. In paramecium, it has one type of hair-like structure total outside of the body. Those are called cilia. These cilia move the food particle into the one part of the paramecium. That part is called cytostome. From cytostome, the food enter into the body and digested inside of the body. This is the digestion process and nutrition taking in the amoeba and paramecium. Students, observe the digestion and nutrition process in the amoeba in this video. Student, now observe the digestion and nutrition process in the paramecium. Student, observe the parasitic nutrition in Cuscuta. You may wonder and ask me a question. Cuscuta is in the picture you observe, Cuscuta is one type of plant. But how, sir, photosynthesis occur in plants, but Cuscuta is also one type of plant. How Cuscuta is one of the example for parasitic nutrition? How it is possible? Yes, this is a plant, but in the picture you may not observe the leaves in the Cuscuta. So leaves are the capable of capturing the sunlight and convert into chemical energy, that is glucose, starch. But without leaves, photosynthesis process not occur. So Cuscuta taking the nutrition depend on the another plant by the one special roots. That special roots are called Astoria. Cuscuta is the example for parasitic nutrition. Observe the nutrition process in the Cuscuta by this video. In our previous slides, we discussed about the nutrition in the amoeba, paramecium and Cuscuta. Now we observe the nutrition process in human beings. It means ourselves we are discussing about the digestion process. Alimentary canal means human digestive part is called alimentary canal, is basically a long tube extending from mouth to anus. It has different parts to perform different functions. Passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. How food is digestion in that part. So here we may observe some different words. Those are very useful as well as examination purpose. We may get for the by this words 1 or 2 marks. Observe this, students. Bolus. Bolus means food is cut and crushed by our teeth in the mouth and mixed with saliva to make it wet and slippery lump called bolus. Mastication. Above process. Bolus preparation process is called mastication. Saliva produced by salivary glands. Saliva released in our mouth. So this saliva produced by salivary glands. Salivary glands are 3 in our buccal cavity. Saliva has one enzyme. That enzyme is ptyalin. Acts on carbohydrates breakdown into simple one. So saliva not only useful to make slippery wet lump as bolus, also acts on carbohydrates in our food by the enzyme ptyalin. Digestion. From the beginning of the slides we are again and again saying digestion, digestion. What is digestion? Breaking down of complex substance into small substances with the help of enzymes and their absorption into the body is called digestion. Tongue and lower jaw. What are these parts helpful in our digestion? helps in mixing the food and pushing it into the next part. Tongue and lower jaw helps in mixing the food and pushing it into the next part. Esophagus. The soft mixed with saliva pass through the esophagus are put by wave-like movement called peristaltic movement to the stomach. Esophagus is a long tube which connects stomach and the pharynx in the alimentary canal. The bolus moves in the esophagus by the like a wave-like movement. That movement is called peristaltic movement. Stomach. Food gets churned with gastric juice and HCl, rendering the medium acidic. It means the saliva is a nature of alkaline, base nature, and the bolus also like the alkaline nature. After the food get into the stomach, it turn into the acidic nature by the HCl. Chyme. Food in the form of soft, slimy substance where some proteins and carbohydrates have already been broken down is called chyme. Chyme prepares in the stomach. Bolus prepares in the buccal cavity. These are the two differences. Chyme is acidic nature, bolus is base nature. Chyme enter into small intestine, bolus enter into esophagus. Pyloric sphincter, ring-like muscles present between stomach and small intestine inside walls to regulate food passage. By this only small amount of chyme enter. Pyloric sphincter present between the stomach and first part of the small intestine, duodenum. Pyloric sphincter regulate the food movement from stomach to small intestine. Students observe this slide, human digestive system diagram and parts. You may ask in the 2 marks or for the 1 mark in the examinations. So all of you keenly observe this diagram and try to practice in your notes and also parts in the digestive system. Also another slide, one slide, and the another diagram also present, that is location of salivary glands in the buccal cavity. Digestion and absorption in small intestine. The food from the stomach enter into the small intestine. Small intestine is large part of the alimentary canal. Its proximal part is called duodenum. It receives the secretion of liver and pancreas. These juices render the internal condition of the intestine gradually into a basic to alkaline one. So the food nature also turn into alkaline one. Fats are digested by converting them into small globule-like forms by the help of the bile juice secreted from liver. This process is called emulsification. So emulsification, what is emulsification? I may ask in 1 mark, 4 mark, 2 marks. Emulsification process done by the secretion of bile juice. Fats turn into small globule-like forms for the digestion of fats. Pancreatic juice secreted from pancreas contains enzyme like trypsin for proteins and lipase for fats digestion. So pancreatic juice secrete two types of